Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I make my breakfast every day. But look at this harvest from last night. We got so many tomatoes. I'm going to have to make some salsa, but I have bell peppers, cucumbers, there's all kind of jalapenos, and there's some squash and stuff down there. But today I'm going to show you how to make eggs and bell pepper. This is one of my favorite breakfasts and I have it almost every day. So first we're going to wash our bell peppers from the garden, and then we're going to pick a bell pepper. I usually pick the smallest because I'm just making breakfast for myself. So I picked a small bell pepper here, and I'm going to go ahead and slice it into little slices. You can make it diced or sliced. I usually just do sliced, and I just go and cut around the core and just miss the seeds. It's just an easy, fast way for me to make breakfast. And I have tons of bell peppers from my garden, so I just kind of do that and just throw out the rest. When I had chickens, I would give them scraps and stuff like that, but right now I don't. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and cut up the bell pepper. This is a very simple, easy breakfast. I learned this breakfast from a YouTube channel called Depression Era Cooking, and they would talk about how, you know, back when there was a depression, they could grow some vegetables, and that was one of the ways that they had food. On your stove on medium-high heat, you're going to go ahead and just heat up some oil or butter, and you're going to go ahead and saute your bell peppers. When they get a little bit soft, you can go ahead and just add in your egg. I just add in one egg and the whole bell pepper. This is a smaller bell pepper, and then you just kind of scramble it up with some salt and pepper or whatever seasonings that you like. And I like to make this every morning. It has really good vitamins. Bell peppers have vitamin C, fiber, and they're good for your immune system. So I have this most every morning, and as y'all know, eggs are a good source of protein. When I used to be out in the world and go out, you know, working and doing different things, I would usually go get like a McDonald's sausage biscuit every day, and I thought that was good for me. But you know, over time it ended up being really unhealthy for me. I became very unhealthy, and as soon as I realized it was that sausage biscuit, I stopped eating it. I think I lost about 20 pounds just from not eating a sausage biscuit from McDonald's every day. But you can still incorporate things like carbs into your breakfast. Like I'm cooking up a homemade tortilla, and actually guys, this isn't really a homemade tortilla. This is the tortillas that you can get like in the refrigerated section at your grocery store. This is one from Walmart. They have one called Tortilla Land that's really good, and what it really is just the dough, and it's already rolled out, and so you just make your tortilla on the stove, but it has that homemade flavor that you can't really get from the kind of tortillas that come already pre-cooked. So I love to sometimes throw in a homemade tortilla with this and make it into a taco. So even doing that, it's still healthy and okay for you to eat, and you can kind of mix it up. So this is one of my favorite breakfasts. I thought I would just show you and bring you into my usual routine. I like keeping this daily routine of making breakfast every day, and whether it's this breakfast or something else, I take time every morning to make myself something good and nutritious to eat, and I make myself something to drink, and I sit down at my table and watch the birds, you know, while my little dog is on the ground, kind of like wanting some scraps or whatever. And I just enjoy myself in my morning routine. So it's important to have something in the morning to get you started rather than being rushed or choosing unhealthy choices. This is a great way to go. And I love to be able to use up my bell peppers because, as y'all know, I have a big garden outside, and I always have a surplus of bell peppers. And although I freeze them and we make salsa and all kind of stuff, it's hard to really eat them all. So I like to use one bell pepper each morning for my breakfast. And this is the completed breakfast burrito of egg, bell pepper, and tortilla. Thank y'all for coming along. I will catch you on our next video.